Okay, hello partners. It is Saturday afternoon. I've got the plants irrigated now. I'll show you that. And I've moved 3 of the 4 bamboos. I moved the one up closest here. I didn't feel like I could move it because it's going to be under that canopy of trees there. So I think it's okay, but it does make the yard feel bigger. And we still, I think, are close to having it create privacy. I'll show you what I've done and what I'm thinking about for we're going to go out this way. I've already tracked a lot of dirt in this house. You can see the big pots that this stuff came in, 30 gallons. So I've got kind of a temporary irrigation set up. Yes, I need to trim the grass. There's a lot I need to do. So what I've done is I've got these little bubblers set up, and so all this hopefully will perk right up. So I have it on a timer, and I'll probably, so this will run every day at 5 in the morning. And I have another one set up for the other side. Now I may bury this, but it is temporary, so I don't know yet. But you can see, how it works, and I can adjust the amount of water that comes out of this thing. So, that's not too bad over there. I just don't know that we're going to have room to put a fence there. I'm thinking some ligustrum trees, which are kind of an evergreen specimen tree. They're probably about this size, but with a better canopy on them. And I'm thinking if we put 1, 2, 3, 4, we wouldn't be able to see people on the porch. We could put 1, 2 there, and then 3, and then maybe over by that corner 4. It would give us a soft buffer, and I think it'd create some privacy. So anyway, here you can see how these bubblers work better. So they'll run an hour a day, and that should be fine for these trees. Yeah, you can see that one. We can adjust that. So a couple things in the backyard before we do a path, or while we're doing a path. I notice over here where I believe the drain field is a low spot, and I might want to bring some dirt in here because I'm really afraid that the drain field might be failing. But also where this tree fell it's really a mess, and I need to really bring some dirt in here and have somebody. I can't really smooth this over with a rake. I need a piece of equipment in here and some dirt to really smooth this area out. So I don't know how I'd get a dump truck back here with dirt, but this whole area really needs to be smoothed over. And then, as Donna was thinking, if we do a winding path, at some point when we get back to the lake, it might be nice to have a destination, a place to sit, maybe a fire pit. I don't know that the ground is level enough that we could really do a brick paver or a deck or anything. But I think if theirs is much more level over there. I think they might have even poured a concrete slab. That's really nice. But you can see how nice it would be if we could use the waterfront. And you can see the lake is still up out in the water. You can see some of the old surveying stakes. And I was going to kind of show you the bamboo from the perspective of our property lines. This stake is not accurate, but that stake out in the water is. So if I stand there and I look up the way, I left enough room on the right side of these bamboos so that we could get a lawnmower in it. You can still see a stake that I put up there. Now, I do think from this perspective, once these trees get a little bit more mature, it's going to make this all feel a little bit more interesting as those get large. And next year, those will be 20 foot tall with blossoms on them. And these citrus trees will be established and producing fruit, and I think it'll make that feel a little bit better. But you can really see here, the yard needs really work in this area. I just don't know what to do with it. Maybe hire some laborers to come in here and rake it all out. It needs to be dealt with. It's really bad. You couldn't put a lawnmower on it. I do like the fact that that tree there, that crepe myrtle, is going to give it some height and some interest back there, and I think it'll make the house look better from back here. And I do believe that we should probably plant a similar tree over here just to break up the smallness of the house, because you look at that and you look at our little house, I think the trees would help. So again, here's approximately where the property line is. You can see I'm not on it, but I'm really much closer to it now than I was. And these are just going to be really nice. So I moved a couple feet. And I have the same type of drip irrigation here. But I think to mirror that tree, well, I don't know. Like I said, if we put ligustrums here, maybe one here, one here, one here, and one here, it might, I don't know, it might give us what we want. When you're talking about the front yard, I'm embarrassed. I have a lot of work to do out here. I have to really trim these shrubs. Donna, you'll be interested in seeing how overgrown these are. If I have time today, I'm going to prune these back. It's kind of crazy. But I'm thinking about some kind of, Donna will know, a split leaf philodendron, a large kind of an elephant ear, an island of plantings here on this corner. So if I put one here, this is where all the tree stumps used to be. Let me walk across the street here. If we put a large tropical plant or some kind of island there, and then right by the driveway, it'll really accent, I think, how big our front yard is. So right there, and right up there, and then maybe a third one over by the mailboxes. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And that way we'd get credit for the size of the yard that we have. So it would kind of anchor this portion of the yard. A nice landscape island. And we could even bring dirt in and create some mounding. And have, I mean, they could be palm trees, they could be rose bushes, they could be some kind of exotics. or tropicals rather, and then the other one here. So you have a island here and an island there. That's what I'm thinking. And I guess I'm going to probably trim some shrubs today. I've been at this all morning, but it's almost done.